just texted me and said, "Hey, what do you think about Pop Smoke's new album?"
So good. Did you guys listen to it?
So good.
You really think it's so good?
Yes.
Really?
You don't think so? I know why you don't think so. There's a lot of R&B flips on there. You're probably like, what the fuck is this?
He has no idea. He has no idea.
No, I mean, it doesn't sound like a Pop Smoke album, really. Like, there's only like one or two songs that really sound like drill-ish at all. It's like...
That's what I liked about it.
It pretty much seems all like experiments that he was doing with making like radio R&B songs. But the thing to me is like...
But it still has like a hood element to it.
An element at times, but I mean, a lot of the songs just like take yourself back to the first time that you heard "Welcome to the Party" in Dior and shit, and how shocking it was. Like, what the fuck is this voice?
But he can't keep doing that forever.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything like that on this.
Yeah, he did. There's a few songs like that.
Yeah, a few, but it's like a 20-song album that has way more like industry features and shit. And there's not one of his old homies. The whole like sound that he came out with is like so largely missing from it that
I don't think it's
to me
missing.
I didn't think so.
It's absolutely missing. It's not like actual beats type shit. It's not drill shit.
I didn't want to hear another album that sounds exactly like Meet the Woo.
I don't want to hear an album that sounds exactly like Meet the Woo 2, but I want to hear an album that at least encompasses some of what made Pop Smoke exciting and new.
Okay, let's go through the track list because I
listened to it a second time today after I read the reviews because I read a couple reviews and then I was like, man, is this really as R&B-ish as it felt to me? And that's basically also what the reviews said. And I can confirm after listening to it again that I just don't feel like it was the send-off that he deserved because he was an artist that was so uncompromising and had such a unique sound. And then this album just doesn't do much of that.
He was crafting those sounds with these people. It wasn't like it was a whole bunch of like with most of these posthumous releases, it feels like it was just like a one take random thing that they just looped and like that was it. But I feel like these were like actual. I know what you're saying about it being experimental, but I feel like these were ideas that he had been crafting and working on, and like he was taking an element of the super drill shit, but like making it more pop and more like fucking more reachable to reach a broader spectrum.
And I understand that, and I feel like clearly that's what he was doing, was taking his sound and then working with all these different artists and working on making stuff that maybe would be a little more melodic or whatever. And that just makes perfect sense that of course he was doing that. But then the problem is that we don't get to see his version of what his next project would look like. We get to see the version that Steven Victor and 50 Cent put together, which I'm sure that they did an admirable job, and I'm sure that they did the best job that they possibly could with what they have. And I'm sure this album it sold like crazy. It's doing super good. It's just, to me, as like a Pop Smoke fan, it didn't really like do exactly what I always got from Pop Smoke as an artist.
For me, honestly, I felt like it was one of the best posthumous albums that I've heard.
Honestly,
I thought it was crafted
I
thought it was crafted perfectly from top to bottom. There was not one that I want to skip. And I can't read the chat. I love the way that he was going with it. And he even said in other interviews before that it sounded so much like 50 Cent, this album, because he loved 50 Cent so much. And he wanted to keep doing the singing stuff.
I don't think it was a direct, I don't think it's okay, when you hear it side by side, it doesn't sound like similar, but I can hear the influence. But I don't think it's like a direct derivative version of 50 Cent.
It's not direct derivative, but 50 was involved in the production.
No, for sure.
That one song, the I forget what it's called, but it's like a Many Men flip.
Yeah.
That song to me,
that shit breaks my heart listening to that.
But that song to me sounds like 50 helped write the hook. Like if I had to just guess, or at least that 50 was in the room and assisted a little bit with crafting that song, because it's not a 50 collab. But to me, it just feels like
I think that was one
50
that he was
involved with that so much.
That was one that I think came out, or there was a snippet of that way before he died, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't think he necessarily crafted that. I don't know, but they knew each other and hung out before he died. So
they had a 4-hour meeting or some shit at one point. They got together and just ended up kicking it for so long.
You saw when 50 Cent basically was saying that he thought Pop Smoke wasn't paying attention to him because he was on his phone the whole time, but he was writing down what he was saying.
Really?
Yeah, bro. 50 Cent said that in an Instagram live, bro.
That's actually super interesting, because a lot of times I'll be having an intense ass conversation with somebody and I'll want to start fucking taking notes on the different things because you want to remember.
Yeah.
Because as somebody who monetizes basically conversation through podcasting and stuff, when you're having a really fucking good conversation but you're not recording it, that's how you start to feel like, oh my God, this is a really good podcast that nobody's recording.
Bro, that's Look,
And
that's
then you
like-
can't just like pull out your phone and start recording because then you just look like a fucking cop.
Yeah, that would ruin the vibe.
Yep.
Quite often.
Look, that's like this. Okay, wait. This has nothing to do with anything, but I just want to say this. So, some weird ass fake verified nigga DMs me. He was like, "Know where I can get perks in LA, bro? Need that."
And you're like, "Yes, hit me
no,
up."
I'm like, who the fuck is this random white nigga who has sketchy on his page? So I'm like, you have like RIP sketchy on your page, but then you're DMing me, some random dude who you don't follow, have never talked to before. Obviously, you know who I am. I don't know who you are. And you asking me for perks, and I'm like, nigga, fuck out of here. He's like, all right, you lame and shit like that. I'm like, I'm lame because I don't want to.
But you're telling us about just some random person who DM'd you?
He must be like a rapper or something. He's like verified.
Oh,
Can I
what's his
see
name?
And it says I'm not a
Let me see.
rapper. I don't know. I'm going to say his name. Why would I say his name?
Yeah,
Don't
say his
cloud
name.
him up.
I'm
Can
going
I
to
see
cloud
it?
him up.
No, but I mean that shit. Like when I went to Peeps fucking like memorial event and I saw a
God.
bunch of people like doing drugs and shit, that just fucking blew my mind. I'm like, yeah, I guess you can't be surprised by.
I didn't even
certain
think about.
people.
Yeah, that
I don't
makes
know.
me really
I
sad.
wasn't paying attention to other motherfuckers enough to really see that, but we definitely went and got drunk after. I remember that, but like, shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can't really expect people to like change their whole shit up because somebody fucking passed away. I mean, it would be
It
nice to
should be
think that.
it should be eye opening for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I've just been at this long enough that I've just seen so many fucking people die, and then the people go right back to doing the same exact thing.
Dude, that's like hella people still DM me like, yo, when you guys gonna re-release those perk jerseys? When are you gonna put those back out? And like some dude specifically said this whole long ass thing, like you could have made that into your own Desto Dub. That's
No.
a lot of cough syrup merch. And I'm like, bro, like I have like, and that's no disrespect to Dub. This is no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just like, my nigga, I have way too many
storytelling.
other here. I have way too many other ideas in motion and like shit that I want to do where like this one thing that went good for me, I don't need to milk the fuck out of it. Like especially with the shit that's going on and like, you know, fucking one of the niggas that we gave the jersey literally died from that drug 2 weeks after I gave him the jersey.
Someone we don't
Juice
know.
WRLD.
Oh,
Juice
Juice,
WRLD.
shit, yeah.
You know? So it's like people are like, oh, you should have capitalized on that moment more. You should have talked about that moment more. You should have re-released them again. I'm like, bro, we released them twice. Like, how many more times do we really need to
It's weird 'cause
milk this?
I feel like Dub will never really get blowback for doing the lean
Yeah.
thing or whatever,
No.
but for some reason I feel like people look at you like you should know better than to be promoting the perk thing. But people also act like lean and perks are like lean is like not nearly as dangerous when in reality, I mean, both of these
Pretty
things
much.
are fucking really, really dangerous, you know?
At the end of the day, bro, it's like Dub was able to not even if it said that's an awful lot of cough syrup. Like I don't think he's necessarily just like pushing.
And glorifying lean.
It's like he's more just turning it into like a business thing, and it's just more of like his brand. But I feel like if I were to like try to make a brand off of just this perk 30 thing, like that was lame as
I
fuck.
think it's just bad timing.
It's
There's
just
way
lame,
too many
bro.
people we've seen pass from taking pills, and it would just wouldn't work.
It's just lame, bro.
Who,
It's
you
just
really
lame,
want to be
too.
the perk 30 guy? Like you definitely don't want to be the Zan guy.
You don't want to be any of that, bro.
I don't know exactly who like the Zan guy would be
Lil
at this
Xan?
moment in time. Yeah, it was definitely Lil Xan. It feels like Xans are really passe, but I'm sure there's a unbelievable amount of people still doing
People are
Xans.
definitely still popping Xans, but
You know most of them.
well, I know who's you.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what this podcast is for you. It's just like a Xan networking thing. Like,
This is the thing for me to sell Xans.
I mean, that's
actually
what,
I'm gonna tell that dude. Yeah, hit me up if you need those perks. I got you.
that's what someone's DJ Dabs, like he'll tell you if your drugs are fake or whatever
Yeah.
on Twitter. But he told me that a shitload of people will then hit up the people, like they'll post Xans, they're fake. He'll say those are fake, and then that person who posted the fake Xans will still get hit up by a ton of people trying to buy drugs off them through Twitter.
That's awful.
Even though they just advertised the fact that they have fucking fake pills, and they consulted someone who's apparently an expert, and he said that they were fake. But that's, I mean, hey, if you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict. People would really be like that. I don't know. You getting too high?
Yeah.
It'll be all right. Where were you last week, by the way? We had a lot of people concerned the Housephone had left the organization. They thought
Dude,
AD fully
oh my
replaced
fucking
you.
They thought you were in
God.
jail.
He was stressing out.
Dude, I got so many RIPs, free house phones, all this shit. Like, bro, honestly, that's when I realized this week that like these fucking No Jumper fans are insane, bro. It's like
Are they?
every 5 seconds was like, yo, what happened to you? Like, why aren't you in the show? Did you quit? Did Adam fire you? Blah blah. I'm like, bro, I missed one episode. One. It's not like I've been gone for a month. It's not like
Right.
like You know,
It's so insane that
those are also the same people that ask about Hakeem every week too.
Yeah, and then the same people that were asking what happened to the show because the internet cut out or whatever. We couldn't go
I
back
forgot
online.
about
Or
that.
they
You
kept
don't know how many fucking messages I got for that.
You don't know how many messages I got from that, and I wasn't even there.
You're right.
What the fuck?
People
Why
were
do you,
really confused about that one.
It's like,
And
is
now
it-
that's the worst viewed episode we've had in like forever. Where if you count the views from the live stream plus the one that's
Bro.
actually up, episode 49 would have fine views.
You know what I just realized?
But
We didn't announce that this is the
I know.
Virgil episode.
I was just
no.
thinking
I
that
was
this is the
thinking that
Virgil
too.
episode.
It sucks
Wow.
because we were looking at the numbers like, all right, we need to make this episode the next
50.
best one.
gonna
and
be the
then
best one.
49 didn't do it.
We
so
waited
this
an
one,
hour to even mention that this is episode 50, the
50.
Virgil sode.
Woo!
Virgil sode.
Virgil
Virgil
sode.
sode. Virgil
Virgil
sode
sode.
at lunch.
Virgil sold at lunch.
No, you never seen it on.
What?
You never seen Kelly Kapoor on The Office. Fashion show at lunch.
No,
Virgil
but
sode. Virgil sode.
Virgil show.
Virgil sode. Can I get a Virgil sode at lunch in the
Virgil
chat?
sold. Let's go.
There you go. Episode 50. Perk 50.
Perk 50.
Damn, we should have done merch for episode 50. Perk 50 jerseys.
No, my
You guys are fucking.
my what did you say?
I gotta piss.
My girl 50 like my perk.
My girl just turned 30 like my perk.
My girl just turned 50 like my perk. Should we talk about anything important or should we wait until he comes back?
Honestly, let's just talk about how much we fucking hate this nigga.
I'm
and how
down.
he
Fuck.
sucks.
I kind of have to go pee now.
Fuck.
God
I had
damn
to
it.
pee too, but anyway, I don't care.
Okay.
Let's talk about your drip right now. I really like this shirt.
Oh really? I've worn this before. I've
never seen you
I got
wear
it
that.
like from an Asian brand. I'm not too sure what.
I'm gonna make a
the brand is.
casino shirt like that.
Is it? It's not very casino-y. This one has just like a bunch
I
of
said,
random.
I said I'm gonna make a
Oh, you're
casino
gonna make
shirt.
a casino shirt
like that.
Just make sure check out this material. It's very nice and like flowy.
That's what I want.
Make sure it's not too boxy because then you just look stupid.
I don't want it boxy. I want it very flowy,
Yep,
like
I like
this.
the flowy.
I want it exactly like that. Is that what kind of material is that? Like nylon or something?
I don't even want to touch.
I don't know. I mean, it probably says it on the tag. Maybe when you get home, just tell me what it says on the tag. I hate weird tags on the side like that. Why aren't they on the neck?
The tag says.
Anyway, did y'all miss me, bro? What the fuck? I was gone and y'all niggas were on my nuts. Like, I fucking quit. Like, I got fired, bro. What's up? Did y'all miss me?
Do you get love in the comments?
I think so. I think the comments went crazy. Yeah, actually.
No. I'm not talking about last week that you weren't here, but like in general.
That's the thing. Is like they talk shit. They talk shit about me when I'm here,
but
and then
when you're
miss you when you're gone.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, this has been another episode of the No Jumper Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to support, like, comment, subscribe, and go to nojumper.com. Get yourself a kendama or a t-shirt or something. Appreciate y'all.